It's Jen, your heavenly hoed in here with my retro 90s bangs, and it's sticking up. You know what? It's fine. I also got new glasses. What? I think they make me look smarter. And if you didn't say, nah, I can still see your face, that makes me sad. I'm gonna need you to go watch a movie for me, please. So, anyway, hi guys. It is a beautiful Monday. Is it Monday? It is Monday. It's been a Monday so far. So, I'm hoping to cheer myself up a little bit by talking to you guys. Also, I got a finish that I'm giving as a gift. So, I had to, speaking of that, I'm like fixing it a little bit while I'm talking to you. So, I wanted to show you before I give it to her. I do not believe that she watches my videos, so I'm not worried that she's going to see it before her birthday this weekend, so that's okay. I did also look, and I have like almost 100 subscribers. I'm shocked. I am shocked. Like, thanks for subscribing, you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm glad that you think I'm awesome enough to subscribe to. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Come back for more insanity. There's lots to share. No worries. So anyway, what's going on? We got 3 weeks left of school. The girls will then be home. The two that are still in school. The other one got a new job. That's exciting. But only getting 1 day a week, so I'm taking what I can get. It's very strange. I'm seeing hiring signs everywhere. I mean, the kids applied everywhere. Like, I watched her do it. It's kind of strange. So weird out there. It's weird out there getting jobs. It's not easy, even though it's supposed to be easy. I'm not really sure what's going on. But anyway, what else? So we got that going on. I'm going to be seeing my mom soon and checking out a new cross-stitch store near them in Ocala called Brick City Cross Stitch. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. So I'll be checking that out. And a viewer commented that there is actually a cross-stitch store near me. Well, near me. It's an hour away. But that's closer than the 7 hours away. The other one I've been going to. So I'm excited about that. I'm thinking faster than I can talk. My Stitch group and I are planning a trip. So we're trying to get everybody's schedules coordinated. You know how easy that is when you're a grown up. So yeah, there is that. So I'm going to start today's video with my finished birthday present, which I started, which is the Be Mine by Annabella. And this is my finish, which is just a fat quarter stapled to a canvas, ribbon, sticky back, E6000. So I'm looking at it. It looks a little crooked. But everything I do is a little crooked. Now I did substitute in the pattern. There are 2 male birds. But since this is going to a male-female couple, I went ahead and made a female bird, and I substituted using DMC 8790 and 3032 to make her, you know. And I think it's cute. I like it. So yeah. That's for birthday. And if you're like, well, why are you giving her Valentine's Day when it's her birthday? Valentine's is her favorite holiday. And she has a mantle that she decorates for, like, I think she changes it like every month or every 2 months, something like that. And she always does this really cute Valentine's setup. So I guess got that for next year. But it's her favorite holiday. So there's that. My other finish, not fully done, like I said, was that finishing what my mom started, the welcome sign from when we lived in Hawaii, which was like 35 years ago. And I finished the welcome sign. what I have, there's these marks right here. That's been folded for like 30 years. That was not steaming out. It just wasn't. So put it on some sticky back. What I want to do, my husband's going to help me out because it's his dad's drill press and I'm not breaking his dad's drill press. We're going to drill it, put some grommets, and then hang it on my wreath. For the front door, I am going to, I forget what this stuff is called, but it's like Scotchgard to help protect it from the elements since it's on the front door. But there you go. Finished that right up. And it was a pattern. I don't even really know who it was from. It was like Back Porch Patterns or something. It was really old. The paper was literally disintegrating. So this is as far as I got. There were pineapples that went over top. But like I said, the whole thing was just falling apart. So I just finished what I could. Done. So I'll get that and I will show you that once we can get the drill press thing going. So those are my finishes. So exciting. That was pretty exciting. I'm pretty happy about that. I've been trying to get something cool on my, because I just have a grapevine wreath. And I just, because you know, I mean, I don't change things out for every season. Because I don't have storage space for all that stuff. I wish I could. Like, you know, like the Country Stitchers, Deb, her house is like, where is she putting that stuff? Like, she's got to have a shed or something. Like, she has so much stuff. Like, where do you put all of it? I have another friend who they actually did build a shed for all her seasonal decor. I'm like, I just don't have a decor shed. I just don't. I wish I did though. That would be so cool. But I don't. So hey, if you decorate for every season, what do y'all do? Like, where do you keep it? Seriously. I decorate for Christmas. Christmas is my jam. I love it. So, like, I would have a Christmas tree right now if my husband, okay, it would make him an insane person. So, since I don't feel it's necessarily the right thing to do to purposely make someone insane, I put the tree up. But I don't like it. Every year, I don't like it. Nope. So, let me know. What do you do with your stuff? I just don't. So, got the grapevine wreath, and I'm like, I want to put something there, and then my mom's like, I'm never gonna, and it was almost done. Like, seriously, y'all, you know what I finished on this thing? The windows and the back stitching. And I filled in some of the house. That was it. That's all that she had to do. But my mom gets like that. Like, she'll be like 95% done with the piece, and then be like, no. I can't. Anyway, see, it happened again. My nose got itchy again. You know, I do videos for where I work, the quilt store I work at. Same thing happens. Anytime my nose just gets so itchy. Anyway, I guess there's also this kind of basically be able to, like I said, a boundary. Like, when I'm done, I'm done. And then to me, I'm like, but you're so close to being done. What the heck? I don't know. I don't know. But before I forget, if any of it, now granted the cat sat on this. You see it's bent like he's trying to eat it because he's a cat. It's not, it's got little dings, but if anybody would like this, I asked my stitch group, everybody passed. You live in the U.S., you know, you want it, I'll mail it to you. You know what I mean? If more than one of y'all want it, I'll randomly pick a name and that's who I'll send it to and I'll let you know. But you're welcome to it if you want it. Because, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's a little, like I said, cat. That wasn't the cat. The corner was me. I admit that. But the rest of it, cat, they don't care. I don't. That's probably why Egyptians worshipped them. They're like, they must be gods. They really don't care. That's my theory. I actually wasn't there, so I don't know. So, but anyway, let me know you guys want that. If somebody does want it, I'll send it to you. More than one person, I'll randomly pick a name. And I'll let you know who that is, and we'll get in touch and all that good stuff. So, moving on from there. What else we got going on? Well, let me look at my fancy little list. Again, I said thank you. I appreciate y'all. I really do. You guys are awesome. I always do. People are so nice in the Flosstube community. They really are. Like, it's, as I've been other places, you know, you read comments and you're like, oh my word, like, would you say that to someone's face? Maybe they would. I try not to put in comments something I wouldn't say to somebody's face. I say a lot of things to people's face, so I still got to watch it, you know. But my family has this thing. It's kind of universal. It's not like only the women do it or only the men. No, everybody on my side of the family is like, we will not stab you in the back. You cannot spit in someone's eye if their back is turned. We want you to know that we're about to make you angry. We want to put it in the paper. We want to get one of those planes and have the sign being pulled behind the plane so everyone on the beach can see it. We're not subtle. We're not a subtle people. The glasses don't give that away. I don't know what will. In my defense, the picture didn't look like it had this many sparkles. I got them on zinioptical.com. I didn't realize there were quite that many sparkles. I went back and looked at the picture. I'm like, well, I guess there is there, but it looked more like solid. And I was in a mood because I had to get progressives, and I was in a mood. I'm like, well, I'm going to wear ridiculous glasses. And then my husband made this really good point when I got him. I'm like, oh, this feels like a lot. And he's like, well, who are you punishing? I was like, listen, you and your facts, I don't need that, sir. And I just wear them because I spent my money. It's happening. So there you go. But they were so much cheaper than going to the eye doctor. It was gonna be like 3 times as much. I'm like, that's a lot of money, you guys. Anyway, I'm just saying, Zini Optical for the win. Okay, so and as to answer the question, who's being punished? Clearly, no one. All right. So what am I working on? Whips. Still working on the hay. Like I said, when I finish the page is when I'll show you guys. What have I been working on? I guess I booked on the Wizard's Gate. Not as much as I wanted to. I just finished the podium a little bit. I really haven't worked that much on this one. I don't know why. So, just a teeny tiny bit on the Wizard's Gate. What I have been working on, okay, has been the feathers. We're rocking and rolling on that. Okay, and here's the thing. This is going to my boss. And my boss is this week celebrating her 51st anniversary of her quilt store. So, as you can tell, she is not the springiest of chickens. And I had this thought that maybe I should really focus on this. There's nothing wrong with her. Her health is fantastic. She just may outlive us all. But just in case, we're working more on this one. So it can be done. So she can see it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm trying to say it without saying it. Because it's terrible. It's terrible. It's just kind of true. It's still terrible. Alright. So, there's that. That's what... Oh, wait. Here's the welcome pattern. Okay. 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 Hold up. Hold up. See, it's just falling apart. It was Spare Time... Excuse me. Oh my. Spare Time Originals. And this was called, it's a little bent up, Village Welcome. And it cost $2 back in the day. So hey, if you really want this disintegrating pattern, I'll send that to you too. If that's something you really want, I'll do it. Let's see, I started working on, this is, what's her name? Her name is Stitchy Princess Black. She's an Etsy store, and that is the Flower Princess. I'm still working on her. Now, here's the thing. There's these little flower corners. See, get a little dress going. Woo. Sorry, I forgot to take those off. What those are, I saved my end of threads. I put them in a bottle. I saw it on a Facebook post. I thought it was real pretty. So once I filled, I'm probably not going to keep doing it. I'm just filling one bottle. Say I've done it. So yeah. Now, I had this idea I'm finishing this by putting her in the back of a hat box. And then on the inside of the hat box, have her name, her mama's name, her daddy's name, and her, what am I trying to think of? Adoption date on the inside of the hat box. So I might not do all these corners because I gotta do the diameter and see. They might not all fit. I don't want to stitch them if I gotta cut them off. So I'm gonna check that out and I'm gonna get that because I thought that would look cool. Make a little hanging out of the hat box. We'll see how that turns out. So she's coming along. What else is happening? Let's see. Oh, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Nope, haven't worked on that. And then the hay. Alright, so that's all the stuff I've been working on. That's it. I got a new start. Because here's the reason I got all these new starts, you guys. It's a true story. I, for the longest time, was a monogamous stitcher. I started and I finished. And I realized I would just set it down for 2 or 3 months because I just got so bored. And then I started picking up these little projects and I started calling them palette cleansers. Like, oh, just take a break. Take a break from that lavender and lace because those are, for real, lavender lace and Mirabilia, those are my favorite. I love those. I got 3 of them in my box over there that I want to do. One is Monkhood, I got Queen Anne's lace, and I have the Trick or Treat Fairy. And I was going to do each of my girls. Mirabella has the mermaid initials, you know what I'm talking about? And I thought, oh, that'd be so cute. I'll get them each own little mermaid with the initials. And my middle daughter was like, oh, mermaids? Gross. And she was 10 at the time. And I was like, I'm confused. You're a little girl. You're supposed to love mermaids. And she's like, yeah, she's half fish. And fish are kind of gross. So now, I was like, okay, all right. I was unsure of how to proceed because I had never in my life had a little girl tell me a mermaid was gross. So I was like, I have been corrected. Okay. So mermaids are gross, apparently. So I never did do that. I guess I could ask the other 2 if they want one. I could do that. I know what they did see they wanted, which I haven't purchased yet. I probably should. I don't know. I've never gotten anything from the Frosted Pumpkin, but they have these little circular samplers, and there was one, each one of them thought looked cute. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll just make them each a little sampler. Because I've made them each their own Mirabilia, which is, I'll show you guys that one day. I'm actually, in a couple weeks, going to pick up the 3rd one that is framed. But again, gotta go down south. Yay! It came out real pretty. And I'd show you a picture, but it's on my phone, which I'm using. But I will show you when it's all here, because I want to see all 3 of them together. It's going to be so pretty. I'm so excited. Yay! So, I need to start the project bouncing back. And I was flipping through, and I was like, why have I not done this? What is wrong with me? And it all starts back to when, way back in the before times. When I was a middle schooler, my mom was cross-stitching and I asked her to make me something. And she had just made my sister something. And I asked her to make me something. And I, like my youngest child, was hard to pin down. Because I was like, I like that, and that, and that, and that, and that. So I was interested in everything. I want all the things. I liked all the colors. I liked all the animals. I was just hard to pin down. But the one thing I always really, really liked were cats. Really liked cats. And so my mom cross-stitched me. So it's just like the face and a flower. She stitched me 2 of them. And she said they were really hard because there's so many color changes in the eye and everything. But she did it and she had them framed for me. Looking very early 90s. And I was like, I love them. And I did. And I do. Well then, fast forward to the now times. And actually, it's a little bit before the now times. And I have 2 little girls of my own. And I'm like, ooh, I got a flower kitty for each of them. Ooh. And then, bam, I had a 3rd baby. Most unexpectedly. Though I was happy because she's quite wonderful and I love her to death. So, I always tell her she's my bonus prize. I was doing so good with the other two. God's like, okay, you can have one more. So she's delightful. She truly is. So now I have a problem. As my mama did these way back in the before times. I don't know where to get this pattern. Like, I want to make a third one. So I start hunting. And when I tell you, I hunted every cross-stitch store I could find. eBay was new then. There was no Etsy. I'm hunting. So for years, I'm hunting. And then I, one day, randomly stop at a yard sale. Had $5 cash somehow. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to go check this out. And I'm flipping through her, because I think I saw some Stitchy something. So why else would I just stop? Anyway, it doesn't matter why I did. And I'm flipping through, and it was cross-stitch stuff. And some of it was like the old country bears. Just not stuff I would choose to stitch. Still cute, but not what I stitch. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, and there it was. It was the pattern, not the same one, but it was the pattern book of the kitties. So mind you, now this was, so youngest is now 14. So when I say years, I mean years. So now she's 8 years old. And I find it, and I'm like, oh, maybe even older. Maybe she was, no, she wasn't. It was 7 or 8. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, hitching the giddy up. She has fallen in love with the kitty with the lily. And my eldest has fallen in love with the kitty with the rose. Well, I asked my middle girl, I was like, what do you think about these? And she looks and she wants, I don't know how you can see it, this kitty right here with the daisies and the butterfly. So the other day I'm flipping and I'm like, why have I not made this? Why have I not made this? So my youngest is 14. So this is, again, years ago. I hunted. I mean, years of my life for this thing. What is it doing stuck in that box? And I was just having this, what is it? Are you going through something? What are you doing? Because I've stitched plenty of other things. And then I started thinking, right about that same time, here's the pattern. Right about tinsel has spotted an intruder, apparently. I'm not expecting anybody, so I'm not going up and getting that. I don't know about y'all, but if I don't expect you to come, I'm not answering the door. I will look you dead through the eyes through my door. I'm not answering it if I don't know if you're coming. If I know you, I'll probably answer the door, but if I don't, I'm not opening that door. So, she'll stop in a minute or she won't, y'all. I don't know. Anyway. So, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I not doing this? And now that I'm saying it out loud, I think what happened is, that's about 7 years ago. About 7 years ago is when I did start making those mirabilias for my daughters. So that might have been what it was. But I've done other little things since then. I don't know what. But anyway, I got this. I'm kidding. I've got it, all my things, all the thread. We're going to get this one going. And then I'm going to take those kitty ones with me to the frame shop so I can get it similarly framed. So they're all the same. Same-ish. The colors are different in the mats, but same-ish. Because then it'll be a thing. Especially since the middle one is the autistic one, and you know, it can be a thing. You may not want it to be a thing, but then it is a thing. So there you have it. So that's my new start. I will be starting that one up soon. I still haven't worked a stitch on that one I showed y'all from the beginning, the Glendon Place Come Sit a Spell. I have not picked that up, y'all. I don't know. Ooh, don't be stuck. My zipper got stuck on the pattern. I have not worked a bit on this. How cute is that? It's so cute. You know, it's funny. I said this from at first I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's my sister. My sister does not look like this. Okay, just so you know. She's very, very pretty. But just, I don't know, the whole thing reminds me of her, you know. Witches probably don't want to bother anybody. But then you bother them, and they bother you right back. That's kind of how she is. That's not kind of how she is. That's exactly how she is. She's one of those don't start none, won't be none type people. But if you start something, she for sure will be the one to finish it. Guaranteed. So, let me think. Is there any? That's it, guys. I don't have a ton of stuff today. I wanted to have more, but like my friend's birthday is this weekend, so I wanted to show it to you before I gave it to her. So, that's why I went ahead and did a video so you guys could see it. The welcome sign I'm hoping will be done all the way soon. Quilting, what have I done? I made some more project bags for my friends, and I did completely finish my Lazy Goose quilt, but it is being hung up at my store as a sample because I'm teaching the class at the end of the month, so it's a sample at the store right now, so I don't have it to show you. But if you check out the Villa Rosa Lazy Goose pattern online somewhere, you will see it, and it's not quite a twin size when it's done, but it's pretty big. Like, you know, I'm 5'10", I put my hands over my head and it just touches the floor when I hold it up. It's a pretty big blanket. I don't 100% remember the dimensions off the top of my head, but it's pretty big, and it whips up so fast, you guys. If you need a quilt, like quick, get you 10 fat quarters, 2.5 yards of background fabric, and go, because it's gonna whip up real quick for you. So, personal experience, and I just taught the class, and they got their quilt top done in 5 hours. So, it's pretty cool. I was impressed. So anyway, what else? I think that's it. I keep looking over here like something magical is gonna happen. It's not, just so you know. I wish. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I hope everybody out there is doing their best to be their best. And yeah, let me know if you guys are interested. I'll just pass them on to you guys. If you are, like I said, more than one person, I will just put names in a hat and pick one, and I'll send it to you. And if you do want this very, very incredibly preserved pattern, you have that too. So, that's it, guys. I really do hope you're having a great day, and I will see you guys real soon. And yeah, that's it. I really hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.